Hi, today we're going to run through our executive due diligence report for Palisade Bio. Palisade Bio is advancing a first-in-class therapy for ulcerative colitis and fibrotic Crohn's disease. Their lead candidate, 𝗖𝗥𝗢𝗛𝗦, is designed to deliver potent anti-inflammatory and anti-fibrotic activity directly to the site of disease in ulcerative colitis and fibrostenotic Crohn's disease. In this series, we look at clinical stage biopharmaceutical companies, assess their science, clinical development, competition, market opportunity, valuation, and key risks. If you find these videos helpful, please do share them with your network. Let's get into it. 1. Company and technology overview. Palisade Bio is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company focused on developing orally administered, organ-targeted therapeutics to treat serious gastrointestinal diseases. They are advancing their lead product candidate, 𝗖𝗥𝗢𝗛𝗦, a colon-specific prodrug that activates in the terminal ileum and colon, reducing systemic exposure while maximizing therapeutic concentration at the sites of disease in ulcerative colitis and fibrostenotic Crohn's disease. Upon activation, 𝗖𝗥𝗢𝗛𝗦 inhibits the activity of phosphodiesterase for B and phosphodiesterase for D isoforms, increasing intracellular cyclic AMP levels in immune cells and other cell types within the gastrointestinal tract leads to the suppression of pro-inflammatory cytokines such as TNF-alpha. Preclinical results have also indicated a reduction in PDE4B expression, potentially leading to improved local anti-inflammatory activity. Together, these molecular changes are intended to address two major drivers of disease progression in IBD, inflammation and fibrosis. 2. Market insights and niche value. Ulcerative colitis and fibrostenotic Crohn's disease represent substantial unmet needs. Despite advances in treatment options, including biologics and JAK inhibitors, there remains a segment of patients who don't respond to therapy or who experience unacceptable side effects from systemic immunosuppression. Current therapies often result in systemic immunosuppression with associated safety risks and variable patient responses. 𝗖𝗥𝗢𝗛𝗦 represents a potentially differentiated approach by selectively targeting inflamed areas of the colon while minimizing systemic exposure. Value differentiators. Localized, colon-targeted activation could reduce side effects while preserving efficacy. Dual action against both inflammation and fibrosis addresses a gap in current treatment approaches. The candidate might emerge as the first-in-class PDE4 inhibitor specifically tailored for use in fibrotic IBD conditions. This combination of safety, convenience, oral delivery, and multi-pathway action may help secure market adoption upon approval. 3. Clinical development and strategic outlook. 𝗖𝗥𝗢𝗛𝗦 has shown strong progress in early-stage trials. The company completed a Phase 1A trial in 2025, which demonstrated safety, tolerability, and targeted pharmacokinetics with no serious adverse events. They are planning to initiate Phase 1B/2A trials in the second half of 2025 to assess early efficacy in patients with UC and FSCD. Key milestones: initiate Phase 1B/2A in late 2025, complete Phase 2A in 2026 and assess for dose optimization and efficacy signals. Begin Phase 3 trials in 2027 contingent on positive interim data, possibly file an NDA in 2028, assuming no significant clinical or regulatory delays. This development pathway aligns with a potential approval around 2028 or later. 4. Economic and stock valuation outlook 2025-2028. Palisade Bio currently has a market cap of $150 million, and its shares are trading under $1. Positive clinical momentum may allow for substantial upside. However, given the preclinical and early clinical stage of their lead candidate, by the end of 2025, with the start of Phase 1B/2A, we expect the stock to rise to a range of $1.50 to $3.00 per share. Upon completion of Phase 2A in 2026, with favorable data, the stock might climb to $3.50 to $7.00. In 2027, as the company initiates phase 3 studies, investor optimism and analyst coverage could drive the stock to $7.50 to $12.00. Following NDA submission and potential approval in 2028, the share price could reach $12.00 to $20.00, though this is contingent on market dynamics, the competitive landscape, and pricing strategy. These ranges are indicative estimates that depend on many variables. 5. Strategic outlook summarized and prescriptive. Palisade Bio may benefit from a strategic pivot toward deeper partnership or co-development opportunities to de-risk the capital-intensive late-stage trial process. Initiating Phase 1b/2a in late 2025 will be critical to show meaningful proof of concept. A successful outcome might lead to uptick in institutional interest or acquisition interest, particularly if fibrosis reduction endpoints are robust. Should clinical progress remain positive, the company might consider an uplisting or equity raise by 2026 to support Phase 3 efforts. If approved, 𝗤𝗚𝗖𝗞 might capture a high-value niche within the UC and Crohn's markets, particularly among patients failing systemic immunosuppressants or with contraindications to biologics. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this quick overview of Palisade Bio. Remember to subscribe for more expert analysis on the most exciting clinical stage biotech companies.